How's it going, everybody? Mancave Dave here with another video for my video game collection. I'm going to be taking a look at my unboxed systems and some accessories today. So here we have a Fairchild Channel F that I picked up at a St. Vinny's near Wisconsin Dells. And it was a little bit more than I like to pay for this kind of stuff. I think it was 50 bucks. I'd never seen one before. These controllers are really cool. And I knew that the money was going to a good cause since it was St. Vincent's, so I went ahead and picked it up. Works great, just very different. I'd never seen one, so that was pretty cool. Next we have an Intellivision, which definitely looks like something from the 70s with the color scheme, but it works fine, and it's cool to hook up and play a few games and check it out since I'd never really played one before. Up here, in one of my previous videos, you probably saw that I have some 3DOs, Panasonic 3DOs, and this is the other version of that. This is actually the first one that I got. So it's a flip top, but it works great, and yeah, it's fun times. And down here, we've got the Xbox and the Voltron of home gaming, the Sega Genesis 2, Sega CD2, and 32X. I know it's a little bit dark back there, but all of this works great. A little bit dusty. Don't play it a whole lot. The NES with a new pin connector installed, so that works fine. And then some random accessories. So we've got the satellite, which is cool. I can sit back in the armchair and plug this in and play with a regular controller farther back from the TV. Power glove, a couple versions of the quick shot. You know, you got the one here for like Top Gun, and then this one was kind of random. I picked it up at a thrift store. I'd never seen something like this, but it moves back and forth, and yeah, it works. Very strange, but it works. The Max, the 4-score, the dog bone controllers. This is actually an N64 quote-unquote power glove. I've never played the game that you're actually supposed to use this for, but it was in a Craigslist lot that I got, so it's kind of cool. Some third-party controllers. This one's neat. Actually can plug headphones into it. There's a volume control on it. And this plugs into the side of your NES, so you can play NES with headphones. We got down here Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, a PlayStation 2, kind of a clear green color. Picked this up off of Craigslist. So I'd never seen a green one before, and I think it's actually modded with the disc mod, so you can play burn games on it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And we have a Magnavox CDI, one of the different versions of it. This is a flip-top version. And a couple Atari 2600s. Now, some of you may know better than I. I think this is the Heavy Sixer right here. It's got the thicker plastic and the curve to the bottom, the 6 switches. And then we have just a regular one here, which you can see has the thinner plastic and more of a straight bottom. Yeah, so a couple of different Atari 2600s. We got the Sega Saturn and the Sega Dreamcast with the keyboard, TurboGrafx 16. I don't have the CD attachment for that, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that. PlayStation 1 with, what do we got here? Contra, Legacy of War. Love the Contra games. Then the N64 and the GameCube with the Game Boy player. And then just a bunch of random N64, GameCube, Dreamcast controllers. Good stuff there. Over here we got the Atari 5200 4-port. So 4 controllers. It also has the wicked control box, or AV box. I forget exactly what it's called. But it just has one plug in the back of the system, and your power cord actually plugs into the switch box. There we go. So I had to redo the controllers to make sure that they work, what they do. But Atari 5200s, as you probably know, are notorious for the controllers not working. Another ColecoVision, missing a controller on this one. Need to find one, but it does work. And the expansion module number 2, I think, steering wheel and gas pedal, which actually is pretty fun. It takes some batteries, but plug it in and play some driving games. Works pretty well. I also have the expansion for Atari games for this, but no matter how much I clean it, I just can't get it to work. So I have to keep my eyes open for another one of those. And we have the JVC XI, which plays Sega CD games, as well as Genesis games. This was a little stuck there. I'll There we go. Recent pickup, but it works great. And then the Virtual Boy, which I mentioned in one of my previous videos there. So all in all of these, well, these ones over here aren't hooked up except for the Atari 5200, but all of these systems are hooked up currently to the TV. Well, okay, with the exception of these two. But I have a bunch of different switch boxes over here, which probably not the best system to use, but it works. So yeah, I have to figure out something maybe a little bit better as I continue to add stuff to it. But anyway, most of this stuff I've picked up at garage sales or thrift stores, so definitely find it if you have a little patience, and don't hesitate to look in boxes. So hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you at the next sale.